So I've had people reach out, but when I tell them get on a call with you, they don't do it.
Okay, but then how are you telling? See, you said something. You said I
So
tell
what I
them.
do first is I send them the videos.
Good. And then were you like, hey, were they helpful?
No, I don't follow up on that. I guess that's what I do.
I got you now, SpongeBob.
Hey, was it helpful? What'd you learn? I'm curious, are you getting that level of training where you're at? Or are they telling you to give out pumpkins? She's laughing. She's like, that was me last year. I'm like, Aaron's really busy, but I may be able to get him on a call for like 20 minutes. And like, truthfully, I mean, it may just be like a 20-minute free coaching call because he charges a bunch of money to coach. So I'm curious if I can get you on a call with him and answer any questions about the model and the opportunity, see if it makes sense for you and your family and your business. Would that be helpful to you? See what they say. But then guys, like if they say no, how many people here have a significant other? Did they say yes the first time? Yeah. Usually not. I had to court. Yes? Why do we call it courting? You just see him across the room. It's like, yep, I'm with him. Let's go. No, that's not what happens. Right? There's conversation. There's like, hey, let's go out. Like, it's like a whole thing. So I wouldn't get disappointed when they're like, no. And you're like, boo-hoo. No, I'm not going away. Like Grant Cardone says, it's not stalking if it works. His wife said no to him. He called her he called her and sent her flowers twice a month for a year before she said yes. He's like, dude, it's not stalking if it works. People usually need a lot of touches, 8, 9, 10 touches before they, like, think about you guys. You'll shop on Amazon for 2 hours to save $100. You expect people to make this big jump? Like, it's going to take time. So I wouldn't get, when they say no right away, don't be like, boo. Like, okay, hey, just so you know, my senior partner, Dan, he's doing a prospecting thing or a Zoom that you can join, and it's free. If I could get you access, would you come? Just keep loving on him, bro. Keep loving on him. Keep loving on him. I talked to this guy for a whole year while he was futzing around doing his other thing. Just kept loving on him, keep adding value, dropping little doubt bombs every here and there. Like, hey, how's that going? Oh, really? Sad to hear. Like, just randomly, like, whoops, shared my screen, 400 agents, rev share. Oh, my bad. Yeah. My bad. I wasn't supposed to share that with you. You know what I'm saying? If it's not worth doing for a decade, it's not worth doing for a day. So when I realized this and I realized the power of this, I told my wife, I looked at her, I said, yo, 5 years. 5 years to get to 1,000, and it starts to like just get crazy. And that's the path that we're on. So I'm like, I'm going to dial in for 5 years. I know what it takes. Just now that we have the formula, it's volume over time. Nauseating. I'm just going to, bro, like now I know what it works. Now you're getting hammered with it over and over and over. You're just going to see me all the time.
How do I approach someone who's a top producer and they know I'm not producing what they're producing?
Yeah. I would try to get them around senior partners or get them to things that would add value to them. Because the truth is, and I mean this lovingly, at this stage in your career, you can't really add that much value to them. Yeah. But that's why that whole ecosystem works that way. That's why you need to get senior partners on a call. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I would introduce them to like Dan or introduce them to me or get them on a webinar with me or get them on, you know what I'm saying? Invite them to, like, okay, people think I do these events for me. I don't. Who do I do them for? Yeah, because I make it easy for them to do what? To bring people. I still got to twist their fucking arm to come. It's like, bro, I don't know. $200 is expensive. I want to slap them in the face. But I know that how many people would be on the hook for 50 grand to do something? Very few. So I put this on purposefully. These events do 4 things. One is we train our current partners. Because remember, leadership duplication. You know what the second thing they do? They help you guys attract. You know what Brent Gove told me? He has 20,000 agents. He's like, bro, there's events where I have $18,000 in the crowd. He spent to get them there. Now he makes $1 million a month. So we do that for that reason. It helps them attract. 3 is media, because now it multiplies, duplicates. 4 is culture. Yeah, that's why we do pool parties. That's why we do galas. It's retention. People come for the money, but they stay for the... She forgot already. Relationships. Remember I shook your hand? Relationships. She froze up. She's like, no, don't ask me a question.
I know myself, I dealt with this, was trying to figure out what's the balance between avatars that we go after on these social media platforms.
Yeah.
A lot of us, maybe we're still in production.
Yeah, so the kind of breakdown I would propose is like 4 pieces of short form per week. That's to your buyers and seller and 3 to agents. And it just has to be story branded. And I wouldn't talk about something that you don't know because you're very transparent. People will see right through it. I think people make the mistake like they do in real estate where they're like, oh yeah, I want to go after like $5 million houses. I'm like, good for you. You're going to go broke doing that. What I did is I stayed close to the equator, but I sold 150 to 180 every single year for 10 years in a row. I'd much rather do that. The agent's like, well, I want to go after like top producing agent. I'm like, well, it's probably not going to work because you can't add that much value to them. You need to find somebody in your ecosystem that can add value to them. in terms of ratio, 4 to your avatar and then 4 to agents. And just make sure, guys, just make sure it's story branded. Read the book Story Brand by Donald Miller. It'll change your life. Donald Miller, Story Brand. Read it twice. It should become the Bible of everything that you do because he gives you the format. I saw him speak. I looked at my wife. I'm like, this guy is fabulously rich. Like he gave 2 examples where Obama was like, we can do it. And the other one was like, I can fix it. So, and how much messaging matters and how much like telling that story and who's the hero. Because I can, who's the hero? We can, who's the hero? So just make sure it's story branded. But that would be the ratio. And then get clear. Again, don't talk about stuff you don't know because you're transparent. Don't be like, yeah, here's how you list 10 homes a month if you've never done that. Don't do that. Just speak to where you're at. 200-300 years ago, if I had a great idea, the only people I could share it with were people that were in my village. I was limited. Now with the internet, I can send myself to billions of people on the planet to find the 60,000 that vibe with me. The 10,000 that are into the way I do it. And you know what's wild? Is you don't need that many people to create something enormous. If you don't go down the path of getting really good at something and branding it with your name and having a lot of attention for it, 5 years from now, will your future self be happy or mad with you? Very upset. How many people wish they would have got on YouTube 10 years ago? Yeah. Mr. Beast is 20, how old is he, 26? It's 150 million subscribers. He has 2 businesses that do $100 million a year in revenue. Because he does those silly little videos.
I had a similar question. So as an agent that's focused on production,
yes,
but also wants to focus on attracting
yes.
agents, would you, like, is there a conflict between both audiences and creating content?
I don't think so. I don't think so because not that many, not that many people are watching what you're doing. He's like, my massive audience, is this going to conflict them? I'm like, bro, like, no. Your loved ones are going to be like, oh, look at that. Like nobody else is watching, So that's number 1. But number 2, for you, again, I would just be documenting your journey from going from like, I don't know what I'm doing to now, like I actually am equipped and I can go take listings. I can pick up the phone and go make money at will. That's what people want to know. And then for you, I would get really good at inviting people to stuff. It's kind of like you found the best restaurant in town. If you find the dopest restaurant in town, what do? Everybody's like, bro, Jacoby, you have to go to this place. You like this? Yeah, they got that, and it's fire. In fact, here's a picture of it. Look. Right? That's what you do. So you just got to get not like really good at like selling EXP, really good at like, bro, we're doing this. We do this prospecting room where we all get in the room together and we prospect. And for me, it's helped me with accountability. Like, I know you shared with me that's been a challenge for you. Like, you should definitely come. And by the way, it's free. You gonna try to sell me anything? No. It's free. Yeah? Just like, because it's so rare. Nobody helps people like independent of what they can get in return. Does that make sense? Just get good at inviting people and document what you're doing. When you set an appointment, flip the camera on, post it. And I promise, you know what somebody's gonna do? They'll reach out to you, they'll be like, bro, that sounded so good. And you'll be like, oh my God, that's crazy. You'll be like, really? I'm not even that good. And they're like, no, bro. I want you all the time, bro. It's really what happens. It's crazy. It's wild. Right? And like now it's like so interesting because now like, well, here it's like our event, but now when I walk by people, they give me like the eye where they're like, I know you. And I'm like, I don't know you. But I can tell you know me because you're like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, maybe I should talk to you. But that's dope. And here's what's cool. They know you as somebody who helped them. That's awesome. Any goals for attraction? 100 this year. You could do it. Oh, 50. Good.
Last year I said 50 and I was totally blowing smoke, not having any.
Hard smoke? Okay. So what is it this year?
I'll say 4.
Good. 4 is great. How about you?
50.
15. Good. 25. That's solid. Come on, bro. That's light work. As my son would say, light work, no reaction. I did that this month, bro. Come on, step it up.
Hey, if I bring 15, that's too easy for him.
Oh, really? Oh, so that's like 10. How about you, Dan? 125 is the goal. What I'll leave you with is I spent 17 years of my real estate career selling 2,000 homes to take that money to invest. Yeah? That's usually what we do in real estate because we don't have like a retirement plan. You know what I mean? Think about all the time, 60, 70 hours a week to sell all of those homes. I was coaching a lot of people at the time. I mean, so much of my like, just like soul, right? To get that amount of money to invest that would pay like $12,000 to $14,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue. This vehicle in 2 years and 9 months produces more money than that with almost no money in comparison. Crazy talk. So I just want everybody to really get clear. The hardest person to sell on this is yourself. Get really clear that hear me when I say this to you. There is nothing you can do in this business that builds wealth faster than this. Nothing. Not a team, not owning part of nothing. Dedicate some time to it. I promise you, you'll find me at one of these events when there's thousands of people there. And you'll be like, hey, do you remember? I'll be like, yeah, I do. Yeah. And you'll be like, hey, I spent 20%. Now I got 400 or 500. This vehicle provides us with this unprecedented opportunity. Most people in their lifetime will never save and invest $5 million, $4 million. Never. In this vehicle with 400 or 500 people, you could get the same amount of cash as what that amount invested would get you. So like, get serious about it. And if I can help in any way, if you're with us, obviously we're going to help you. Even if you're not, I'm still going to help you. Yeah. When I'm done speaking, grab their hand and bring them up to me. Or other speakers, if you know them. Like Justin, grab their hand, go bring them up to them. Because what you're doing is you're becoming a conduit. Right? So like I'm going to open it up and then some point tomorrow, after I open it up, bring them up to me, introduce them to me. Hey, this is Tom. Hey, what's up, Tom? When Leo speaks, because Leo will be in the room, I don't know how long he's going to be here for, but me and him are going to do like a panel thing. Bring them up to him. As you're with them, hey, what about you? What you heard, did you love? And then just be quiet. And then grab them by the hand and bring them up and have them talk to speakers. Content while you're here, you guys could easily be shooting stuff with each other in rooms, podcasts. You could easily be documenting what you're doing. One of the ways that I have really grown and evolved as a business person is I've made a commitment to attend events, like 2 to 3 events a year. I've done that for 18, 20 years. This is no different. This is the Do More Deals Summit. And here's like 3 of the main takeaways. 1, 2, 3. You know, if this has been helpful to you, be sure to follow me, like a CTO call to action. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to end this meeting the same way I end all my personal meetings, which is 2 claps and Ric Flair. If you don't know what 2 claps and Ric Flair is, if you don't know who Ric Flair is, you probably don't. He's a wrestler. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go, give me 2 claps and Ric Flair, and you go bang, bang, and then you go, woo! You got to let it out, but you got to let it all out. Not like, I don't want to be like, give me 2 claps and Ric Flair, and you're like, woo! No. Everybody up for this? You got to stand up, stand up, stand up. All right, shake it out, shake it out. We've been sitting for a while. Woo! Lots of information. Remember, high energy equals high income. The energy you bring to information is the energy that you're going to bring to it when you're reviewing it on the plane, when you're going back home, when you're talking to each other, okay? Oh, it feels good, doesn't it? You see that? It feels so good. All right, you ready? Give me 2 claps to the Ric Flair. Woo! All right, let's go have an amazing rest of the evening. I'm thinking of joining EXP. Are you still sponsoring agents? I love your content. It has brought me much value and made me a better agent. Would you like people to be like, hey bro, are you still sponsoring agents? I'll be like, nope, 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 I've had my fill. I've had enough. And if you build a garden, that happens. Bees come to you.